Hi everyone, this is Nick Andrews with Liberty Mutual Insurance. I'm on the phone today with Hannah Shellnut. Hannah is a graduate of our marketer development program. Hannah, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So Hannah, I want to talk a little bit about your experience in the marketer development program. What are some of the things that really jumped out at you and have stuck with your agency?
Yeah, so a lot stuck out to me during that program. I do not have a marketing background at all. So it was really important for me to go through that and kind of know how to market anything, but much less an insurance company that I really didn't have much background in either. So I learned a ton last summer from that, and I think I use everything I learned every day at the office. The thing that really stuck with me was talking about touching clients. Before I worked in insurance, it's not something I thought about a lot. And so trying to think about how many times has that client heard from us? We've had them insured for 5 years. Have they heard from us since their last claim? And they called us, and that's the only reason they heard from us. So we've really been trying to reach out to our clients, not insurance ways, but just personal ways. So whether that's through sending email newsletters, hard copy newsletters. We send happy birthday text messages or emails if we don't have their phone number. And we're really trying to interact with a lot of our clients online now.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And so often, the insurance agency will only reach out to their client once during that renewal time. So keeping that constant line of communication open with your clients through newsletters, like you just said, is such an important thing to do. So talk to me about are you sending out a newsletter, and what type of content is in your newsletter?
Yeah. We send out I send out monthly email newsletters. I actually just sent out our October one at the end of October because I wanted everyone to see our Halloween costumes. We dressed up as the office. So we just sent out
Awesome.
that newsletter. It's really fun because my boss will get like at least three clients call him from every newsletter we send out saying, "Hey, I saw your picture on there. We love reading about it." We usually don't put insurance content in the newsletters. It's usually about what we're doing in the community, what we're doing at our office, and maybe some insurance tips at the very bottom, but we try not to overwhelm them with insurance stuff. We feel like the point of those email newsletters is to really let them see that we're real people in the community. And then this year, for the first time, we're doing our first ever hard copy newsletter. We're going to kind of make it a Christmas card as well, so it'll go out in December. Since we don't have 100% of our clients' email addresses, we do have 100% of their mailing addresses. So that's a way to ensure that everyone sees at least one newsletter if we don't have their email address.
That's awesome. And so one of the things that we talked about in MDP was doing just like what you said. And when you communicate, you're being authentic, you're showing staff photos. It's like you're building trust with your clients, and you're being real people, and your clients want to see that. Talk a little bit about that, like the whole building trust thing, and how has that really resonated with your clients and your agency?
Yeah, I think definitely through social media. So since July, we've gotten about 3 times the number of followers on Facebook and probably about 2 or 3 the number of followers on Instagram since July. So we've really worked hard on reaching people through social media with casual pictures, like when we dressed up for Halloween for the office. That was probably our biggest hit picture because I would put a picture of my boss who is dressed like Michael Scott next to Michael Scott, and people just think it's funny.
That's
So,
awesome.
building trust in that way, sharing pictures of what we do in the community, I feel like is a huge way to build trust, especially in the town that we're in. We do a lot of supporting of our local schools and sports teams, and I think people really enjoy seeing that.
Absolutely. So you're communicating in this authentic style. It's building trust. Your social media following has really grown tremendously. That's really impressive. Can you talk about what about like new business or retention? Has this effort really increased in those two areas?
Yeah, so before I got here, that was one big thing that I asked about retention. And one good thing about our business is we've never had a huge retention problem, but I do think that every thing we're doing now helps that even more. I do think we've seen an increase on referrals for sure, though. I talked to several agents in our office, which is my husband, my brother-in-law, and my father-in-law. They've seen a lot of increase in referrals and phone calls, but they said as far as where the referrals are coming from, the online referrals have doubled. So not only are we increasing referrals in general, but most people are finding us online now, whereas before most people were hearing about us through word of mouth.
Wow, that's amazing. So your online referrals have doubled. That's
Yes.
absolutely incredible results. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So Hannah, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today. Thanks so much for hopping on a quick phone call with me.
You're
Have a
so
nice day.
welcome. Thanks for having me.